Well, Eddie Glaude never disappoints. He was asked again if Donald Trump grifting of his people, if somehow eventually his people are going to get it, eventually if the ethics going to be brought to the forefront. And Eddie Glaude, in his very Eddie Glaude manner, said, I don't think you can use ethics and Trump in the same sentence. Let's listen to this and then we'll take it on the other side.
Eddie, his GOP primary rivals, they're not really talking about this, but Chris Christie made this point, which I think is very important to CNBC earlier. And he said that most of the money that middle-class Americans have given to him, he spent on his own legal fees. I mean, the grift just keeps on happening with this guy. Do you think voters care that he is spending their money to pay off legal bills? Do you think they even know or want to be funding his lawyers? Talk to me about the ethics of what Donald Trump and his super PACs are doing to ordinary Americans.
Ethics, Donald Trump, those two things don't tend to go together. But I think he's already framed it, right? I'm experiencing this for you. My legal troubles are a reflection of what I've done for you. We've heard him run this line across throughout the country, right? And so it's a part of that cult kind of rhetoric that he's using. And then so that hardcore base, they actually see their donations in a way as consistent with their general support. I mean, we could think about it in terms of a certain kind of televangelism, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker like kind of approach, constantly kind of milking their viewers, their listeners, their followers for their own selfish aims and ends. So I don't think Donald Trump cares about the ethics of it all. I think he's already made the frame to see his candidacy and his legal fees as part and parcel of the same thing. So it's right on point in my view, Amy.
Anyhow, yes, the billionaire is using all of his contributors to take the money away that they don't have to take care of his legal fees. The grifting continues. And for those who are a member of his cult, it's going to not mean much to them because as far as they're concerned, they remember what the polls recently said, that they believe Donald Trump more so than they believe their pastors. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but that's what it is. And if you are believing Donald Trump more than your pastor, it means that Donald Trump owns your mind and he has the capacity to get everything out of you. And guess what we've seen thus far? He has the capacity to get everything he can out of the members of his cult, the Trump cult. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.